several features from the PIT program. This video's main purpose is to show you how to tabulate the different information that you have obtained using forms. Now, one of the main steps that you have to do whenever tabulating the information or whenever classifying that information is viewing the responses. Now, not every time you're going to have a button that says view responses. It's possible that you're going to have something that looks slightly like this once you click on view responses. It's going to give you the opportunity of creating a new spreadsheet with the name of your document plus the word responses on it, or you can just use an existing spreadsheet, meaning that you can use the spreadsheet that you had from a previous project. It is usually better to just create a new spreadsheet because it's going to accommodate everything in separate columns and it's going to show you each and every one of the responses. This spreadsheet is going to look slightly like this, where you can see the different options that were selected, the timestamp, meaning date and time where those responses were recorded, and all the different responses that you can see. Now, in this case, we can also look for another option under responses, which is the summary of responses. That way, you can just see a summary or watch a summary of the different responses that had been created or that have been recorded, and besides it's going to create some charts for you to understand easily the responses that you have received, as well as the text responses, the ones that are going to be just plain text, will be all recorded for you to analyze them. Besides, it's going to give you a graphic of when was the time where your users accessed or recorded. One more feature that you can find the most in formularies will be the possibility, and it's going to give you full or not exclamation responses about what you have. This is mainly because some of the users that we have would prefer to just accept responses up to a certain point of time, and by hitting on this button or clicking on this button, you can just show a message to the users that is something that you can customize completely. You can change whatever it says over there, and what it's going to do is that this is going to appear once your user wants to enter into that same formulary and we want them to not answer anymore. Another aspect that I didn't show you in the previous video, but it's important to mention, is the fact that we can change our theme. Our theme is not, we can select other different themes by just clicking on them and making sure that we hit on OK. You can see that the theme or the name of the theme that we have over here is going to change, and we can just see it in the live form. The live form is going to show what we have just created, and it's going to show the new theme. Even if we accept responses, we can see how that theme is working for us. Finally, we can just look for an option that goes beyond sharing, and we can create other files with the formulary that we have just created. The first option that we can have is to download the formulary as a CSV document. That is an Excel document that is going to have all the different data that we have accumulated or that we have collected, and it's going to be separated with commas, meaning that we're going to have a document with all the information, with everything the way that we wanted to have it, but the problem is that it's not going to be accommodated into separate columns, but it's going to be separated with different commas. The second option will be to embed the document, meaning that we can have the same formulary, the one that we can see in the live form, but we can put it into a web page by using the code that it's present over here. It's an HTML code. You can just have it into any HTML editor, and its main purpose is to reach more people, or to give the people that we have reached already an easier time by not having to look for it. It's not very complicated to just get the link to others, but if you want to have it already present into a web page, this is the best way to have it. You can just customize the size of that thing is going to have, and you will have a great time. And our last aspect will be either to share it with some email collaborators, to send the form to someone as a link, to add more collaborators, or finally to print it. Well, those were the options that we're going to have. Thank you very much for your time, and bye.